Welcome back to German with John Berlin. Today we'll be beginning the next level, that's the A2 level, A2 Stufe, A2 Niveau. And we'll be beginning with a simple theme, that is the structure of a sentence in German. Now in German, a sentence is structured in which there are four positions we need to understand. And that's the 0, 1, 2, and 3 position. So as you can see, it's written here, the 0 position is for the connectors, which we'll be talking about later. We'll get started with the first 3 positions. That's the first position in a sentence is always for the subject. Yeah, genau. Second position of the sentence is obligatorisch, mandatory, für das Verb, for the verb. Ja, die dritte Position ist für den gebliebenen Satz. It's for the third position is for the rest of the sentence. Yes, and that's how you basically create a sentence. Now there's a little rule also which you need to remember. The first and the third positions are interchangeable. In Deutsch, umstellbar. They can be changed. Not that you can pick up the complete rest of the sentence and switch it with the first position. What I mean is you could pick one element from the third position, switch it with the first position. What I mean, let's find out. Ich treffe dich morgen. I meet you tomorrow. Now I'll switch, let's say, ich and dich. So it'll become dich treffe ich morgen. Then I'll switch morgen and ich, it'll become morgen treffe ich dich. Now whichever word you switch with the subject, keep in mind that please have your subject either on the left of the verb or on the right of the verb, always. So your subject will always be on the left or the right of the verb. If it goes anywhere else, the sentence becomes difficult to understand. Yes? Okay, so let's have another example here. The sentence says, Ich unterrichte Deutsch seit 3 Jahren. I just made a little space for us. Okay, this is better. Now, Ich unterrichte dich Deutsch seit 3 Jahren. I teach German since 3 years. Or I could pick up seit 3 Jahren, that's the time clause, and I'll put it here. Seit 3 Jahren unterrichte ich Deutsch. Yes, now I changed seit 3 Jahren with ich, and the ich was on left side, now it came on the right side of the verb. Yes, or I could also interchange Deutsch with ich. So let's do it. Deutsch unterrichte ich seit 3 Jahren. Again, ich is on the right side. So keep the subject on the right or the left. You could interchange one element from the first and the third position. Please remember, the second position is always for the verb. Don't use it for any other element. All right, let's do this again. Ich besuche dich morgen. Let's change ich and dich. So we'll say dich. Very good. The second position verb. Besuche. Then we'll put the subject on the right side of the verb. Dich besuche ich morgen. Or we could exchange morgen and ich. We could write morgen. Yes, we'll introduce the verb besuche. Again, the subject on the right hand side, ich. Then we'll write, okay, dich, which comes in the end. Fantastic. Wir luden Sie gestern ein. What does the verb luden mean? Remember, we did einladen, which is to invite. The past form of einladen is einluden. Yes, so it's wir luden Sie gestern ein. Let's change Sie and wir. So we'll write Sie here, and then we'll write luden, and then we'll write wir. Sie luden wir gestern ein. Fantastic. Now we could exchange gestern and wir, interchange gestern and wir. So we'll begin with gestern, and we'll write luden, then the subject on the right, wir, sie, ein. Fantastic. Hat uns gestern geholfen. He had helped us yesterday. Now we'll exchange und uns. So we'll start with uns, and then we'll say hat, that's the verb. Then we'll say the subject, which is Then we'll say uns hat gestern geholfen. Yes. Also, we could do it like this. Let's say we exchange gestern and Then we'll begin with gestern. We'll write hat. Then we'll write here again the subject on the right of the verb. Gestern hat uns geholfen. Yes, fantastic. Let's do the last one. Wir können dich morgen anrufen. We can call you up tomorrow. So let's write it in the other variants. We could exchange wir and dich. We could begin with dich. Dich. Yes, not ish. Dich. Very good. Können. That's the verb. We'll copy it, paste it again. Okay, wir dich können. Then the subject comes on the right of the verb. Dich können wir morgen anrufen. Fantastic. Yes, or we could exchange morgen and wir. That means we'll say morgen. Yes, we will introduce the verb here. Second position, always, obligatorisch, mandatory. Then the subject on the right side of the verb. Yes, morgen können wir dich besuchen. Fantastic. So if you have an overview, basically the first, third position are interchangeable. The subject is either on the left or on the right of the verb. Yes. Okay. Yes, it's either on the left, like you can see here, or it's on the right, like you can see here. Yes. Fantastic. And the verb is always on in the second position. Super duper. So let's move on and continue with this theme, but that'll be in the next part of the same lesson. So this is John Berlin signing off. See you in the next lesson.